How's it going, everyone? My name is SwingPoynt, and I have an idea for a video that I kind of want to do, and I'm really not sure if it's a good idea, I'm being completely honest, but I had the thought, and I thought maybe it would be good. So I'll give you a little bit of an idea as to what the video is here. It's not going to be very long. I get a lot of messages from you guys, and a lot of them are, oh my god, SwingPoynt, I love your videos. They're so cool. They make me so happy. Get a lot of comments where people say, SwingPoynt, I need your videos because without them I'd be depressed. And because of that, I was thinking about it a lot the past couple of days because one thing that I've caught on to very quickly as a YouTuber doing this full time now is that I have so much time to just sit and think and get inside my own head, and that can be kind of dangerous. And when you're just sitting here all alone by yourself every single day making videos and like there's no one to talk to except for when your girlfriend comes home, you can kind of go nuts. And because of that, I have become much more appreciative of the fact that I really need to know who I am as a person, what I like doing, what I appreciate, what makes me sad, what makes me happy, what makes me angry, what makes me depressed, what makes me goofy, all these things. I really need to know who I am. And one thing that I know I've always wanted to do with the channel here, I don't want to lose focus on what I was talking about, is I want to be a leader for you guys in a way that you can come to this channel and feel better and have a little bit better outlook on life. Go ahead and enjoy yourself a little bit more, things like that. That's the one thing that I've always really wanted to do with the channel, always focused on a lot. And because of all those comments that I get, I get comments, I get direct messages, like I get a lot of things where people are like, man, SwingPoynt, I'm just not feeling great lately, but your videos really help me feel better. And you know, I don't feel like it's a coincidence that like all these people, including myself, that like hang out on the internet all the time, kind of like get depressed, because I feel like if you hang out on the internet all the time, it's because you have a lot of free time. And when you have a lot of free time, that gives you a lot of time to get inside your own head and think things that just kind of bring you down, which I don't know if it's human nature or what, but I feel like the more time you have to spend with yourself alone, the more time you like can get into a dangerous place in your head. So because of that, I wanted to do this vlog. I know it's already been a couple of minutes, but I'm going to explain it right now. I want to do this vlog where I just sit and I read off a list. I wrote down a little list here, and this list is going to be something I want you to do with me. This list is going to be just a list of crap that makes me happy, things I like doing, things that I really enjoy, things that are positive in my life. And what I need from you guys is to go ahead and do that with me. If you want to go ahead in the comments and then just go ahead and type out a list of things. It doesn't have to be super long. Mine's sizable because I wanted to give you guys an idea that there's a bunch of different types of things that can do it for me. But you can go ahead and type it out in the comments. It doesn't have to be super long, or maybe you just go ahead and write something down on your own. And you, like, let's say you're afraid to go ahead and comment. That's okay. You don't have to share with everybody else. I do try to promote like no shame. Like, don't be ashamed of what you are into and what you like, because the more, I feel like that's honestly like I said, I've been getting inside my own head a lot, and like it's so bad. Like I get like I freak out sometimes, and like I get sad, and there's a self-doubt that comes through every once in a while. Like, it's because I'm just sitting here all the time working on videos, which is cool. That keeps me busy. But like when you just sit by yourself, it drives you a little nuts. And one of the things I realize is that like whenever I do kind of doubt myself, it's because like I'm ashamed of something, or like I'm afraid that I'm gonna be ashamed of something. So like no shame, man. No judging. Just go ahead and do it, and don't care what people say. Go all Shia LaBeouf on this shit, and like you just gotta feel no shame. Hashtag no shame. Like, I have to put that in my own head a lot. Like, don't be ashamed of you and what you're thinking and what you want to do, as long as you're not an asshole. That's really all you got to worry about. Everything else, just no shame, man. So, let's go ahead. I'm going to read off my list. If you want to start typing your list as I go, or if you want to type it when the video's done, or if you're already typing it, or if you're writing it down, please do so. Really need you to do that, because what I want this video to be, what it's going to be for me, and what I want it to be for you, is whenever you are feeling down, you remember this video, or you remember that thing you wrote down, and you go ahead and you go to that list of things that make you happy, because sometimes you forget what makes you happy when you're sad, believe it or not. And I want you to be able to be like, hey, I remember that one video that SwingPoynt made where we just talked about everything that made me happy. Let me go find that list, or let me go find that video and find my comment. I want this to be that for you, because that's what it's going to be for me. I'm going to be able to look at this video and be like, hey, I said this, 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 and this. And now this list here, it's by no means exhaustive, but I can't have it be like everything in the world, otherwise the video would never end. So I'm going to start. Finally, let's do it. First one's obvious. My kitties, I like cuddling with them. Like sometimes when I just like feel bleh, I go out and I find my cat and I like pull him towards me and I cuddle with him. And my cats are really cool in the fact that they'll purr at me. So it's like, oh, this is so good right now. Number 2, playing with Photoshop and Illustrator. I really like doing that. I really like stimulating the creative side of my brain because I don't always feel like the most creative person in the world. Some people think I am. I really don't think I am, because there's some people I look up to and like, wow, where did you pull that out of in your head? I wish I could be like that all the time. I don't always feel super creative, so I like being able to play in Photoshop and Illustrator and learn new things in those programs to go ahead and feel a little bit more creative, even if I will still look up to people I view as creative titans. What do I got here? Spending time with Casey, and not just spending time with Casey just to spend time with her. I want to, when I spend time with Casey, I don't want to have to worry about anything else. Like, Casey time is Casey time. I don't worry about anything else. That's when I legitimately am having my best time with her, because if I'm like, oh, I got to work on a YouTube video and then I'm spending time with her, I feel like that doesn't really do what I wanted it to do. I just want to go ahead and do nothing other than worry about having a good time with Casey and making her smile. That's what makes me happy when I spend time with her. Reading comments. I like reading comments from you guys. They make me feel like there's people on the other side of the computer, and that means a lot. Like, that really means a lot. If you, like, when you guys leave comments, that is so big. Like, I know I can't reply to all of them, and some of them, like, don't really warrant a reply, if that makes sense. Not like bad comments, but like, you say something that, like, there's nothing to respond to. But seriously, comments are a big deal to me, dude. They really make me feel like there's someone there. So please comment on videos. I love it so much. Playing Heroes of the Storm and Diablo 3 and like any other type of game where it's just like repetitive, I guess. I don't know if that's the correct word for it, but like iterative, I guess. So like you try a different thing every single time, but it's kind of like the same experience. Like Diablo 3, you do the same thing over and over again, but you get a new item. Heroes of the Storm, you do the same thing over and over again, but like you try a different hero or you have a different team. Like replayability is something I really like doing, but at the same time, it can kind of get me in a trap where I waste a lot of time on it, and then I start feeling bad about all the time I wasted. But I do, like, sincerely really love playing those types of games. I can waste hours and hours and hours on them because I love playing them so much. I really like looking at, like, motivational books and quotes and things like that. I don't know why. I don't know if it's cheesy. Not like, I don't go on Tumblr and look for these things, but, like, I just like reading, like, How to Win Friends and Influence People, or 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, or just like a random quote that you find on the internet. I really like those things. I don't know why, I just do. They make me happy every once in a while. They like put a little bit of fire underneath my ass to go ahead and go make a YouTube video. A disclaimer, I didn't see any motivational quotes before I started making this thing. I just did. The front page of Reddit, that kind of makes me happy sometimes. That's another one. The front page of Reddit, there's usually some really funny shit on Reddit. And then in terms of Reddit, I really like Photoshop Battles, the subreddit there. Yeah, it's Photoshop Battles. What was the other one? There's another one, Shower Thoughts. That's a really good one too. I really like Shower Thoughts because like people just think of the weirdest stuff there, and like it just kind of, it's like, if you ever heard the meme like Velociraptor, who just sits and thinks of all these like super meta things, that's like that whole subreddit. I love it. I love it. I love it. What else I got here? Oh, and also I guess in terms of forums, one thing I really like doing is going on forums and helping people that have like questions or problems. Like I like helping out with like Let's Play stuff or live streaming stuff, those types of things. Learning. I like learning. Like I like learning things I like to learn about, if that makes sense. Things I'm interested in, I think, is probably a better way to say it. Learning for the sake of learning? That's like reading for the sake of reading. Like, I feel like I need to want to do it. Like, I don't really necessarily care about some poem that some dude wrote 600 years ago and what he was feeling at the time. Like, I like learning about things that I'm actually interested in. So, if you ever want to, like, keep your mind fresh as you grow up, keep trying to learn new things, because if you get stagnant and stale, that gets dangerous, because then you're just like, oh god, what else is there to do in life? And I guess to build on that, one of the things I really like doing, one thing that really makes me happy, is like trying new things. I love trying new things. Like when I flew out to Denver this year, when I flew out to Seattle this year, like those whole new experiences, visiting new cities, seeing new types of people, seeing all these amazing landmarks, like it was so cool. I love trying new things. It's so fun for me. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And sometimes trying new things is scary, because that shame thing. Can't be ashamed of things, but you just gotta try it. Just gotta try it and say, fuck it. I'm just gonna try it. And a lot of times that's like ends up being some of the best times of your life when you're like just trying those new things. It's your best time of your life. I feel like I've said this a couple times. Isn't when you're sitting at home Googling something. It's when you're like actually out doing something. And even if it's scary, you'll be able to look back at it and it won't be so scary the next time you do it. It's like a little circle. You have a little circle. That's you. You try something new and it pushes your circle out here. And all of a sudden the stuff that was like scary right here isn't scary anymore because your circle's out here now, if that makes sense. What else do I like? I like playing games with friends. I know I said I like playing Heroes and Diablo, but I like with friends. I love playing games with friends. Like I love it. Like somebody, I heard a quote once where they were reviewing a game and they were like, well, this game is like a 10 out of 10 or like a 9 out of 10, but it's only a 6 out of 10 without friends. And then somebody replied like, I think life's a 6 out of 10 without friends. And I guess that kind of goes to my point. Like, I really love just spending time with my friends and, like, talking to them. I don't do that enough anymore because I'm always, like, busy working on something. I love friend time. I want to, like, start making more videos where I just sit and play games with my friends and then edit it out of that. Because I feel like those videos are entertaining. They're usually, like, one-offs, which usually people like watching more anyway. And I just... like I said, I just really love spending time with people and friends and interacting with people and not just being like a shut-in that doesn't talk to anybody. I like weightlifting. Weightlifting kind of like relieves stress. I don't know why. Like every once in a while my body gets super tense and I have to. Like I'm like, must lift things, must put them down. That type of thing. I don't know why, but it helps. It really does help. I don't know if it's like some sort of like endorphin that comes out of my system when I do it or something. There's probably going to be somebody in the comments down below like, exercising does this, this, and this for your body. And I'm like, oh, cool. And I'll be a little bit smarter. So thank you, whoever you are who's about to do that. I like watching certain TV shows. I really like The Walking Dead. I feel like this is like a Q&A now. Oh my God. Okay, well, about SwingPoynt, this is a list of things that make me happy. So please, if you're still here, make this list for yourself. Please do it. It's going to be super helpful in the future someday. I can almost guarantee it. Having it actually written down or actually just having it written down is going to be super helpful. I'm recording it. Maybe you can like record yourself making a video of watching this video, making your list of, you know what I mean? Just something that makes you happy. Like that's seriously a big deal, man. And to like look back at it when you're sad and you like kind of forget what makes you happy. It's a big deal. So my shows, I like watching Game of Thrones. I like watching The Walking Dead. I liked watching Breaking Bad. I liked watching House. I like watching The Office. I like some shows. I don't spend a lot of time on shows, but when I do, I really, really get into them. Like I just stare at it intensely and like everybody else shut up, I'm watching my TV show. I like going to concerts and like being around really loud music and dancing. I love music, but it has to like surround me. Like with Zumba, if the Zumba ain't loud, man, then I ain't into it. It needs to like be surrounding my entire body. I need to feel the sound waves in my body. It's weird. I don't know why, but I've always been like that. And I feel like I have a rhythm because of it. Like I need that inside of me. I can feel the beat. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense. Ask somebody else who gets it and it'll make sense to them, I guess. I like completing goals. Like, I feel like making a YouTube video is usually like a goal I have like every single day. Like, I feel like I accomplished something then. I don't know why. Like, having a goal for yourself, I have to say, is a really big deal. Accomplishing goals. Why is that red up there? Am I running out of space on my camera? Well, I hope. Yep, I ran out of space. Okay, I'm good now. Maybe that means you need to shut up and talk more, SwingPoynt. I'm gonna try to go a little bit faster now. I like looking at new stuff on Amazon for like equipment and things like that. I like looking at new microphones, new computer stuff. Even though I already have everything I need, I like looking at new stuff. The one thing I kind of want right now is a mixer, like a hardware mixer. That'd be kind of cool. What else do I like? I like fresh air. Just going out and smelling fresh air. That's like a big deal to me. I don't know why. I don't know if it's like my primal human instinct coming out or something, but sometimes I just need to go outside and smell something that doesn't smell like my room. I like warm weather. Warm weather makes me happy, especially because like I live in 9 months of freezing weather, like literally freezing weather. Smiling. Sometimes when I'm sad, just smiling, like forcing a smile, like it does something. Like I can feel something go tickle in my brain, and I feel better. I don't know why. Doesn't make sense. Just one of those things. Doesn't have to make sense as long as it makes me happy, right? GIFs on the internet. Those usually make me happy. Walking Dead comics. I like reading those. There's no particular order to this list. Laying down on the ground with no sound. Like I have music. Sometimes makes me happy, not all the time. Music sometimes does, but then also laying on the ground with absolutely no sound, just like meditating. I think that's what that is. Feels good. Sometimes Vine makes me happy. Sometimes watching football games, like American football. I'm not really into, regular football, like soccer. Not really my thing. But American football, oh God, I love it. People's rawr smashing into each other. It's so stupid. I love it. Sometimes I just like talking to random people. in public. Like, hi, how are you? How you doing? And it's really, really, really fun when you get that one person who's like actually receptive and not like, oh my God, creep, you talk to me. But like when you actually get those people who are receptive to it, it's like one of the best experiences ever. And you get friends off of that, dude. I wrote bananas. I don't think bananas make me happy, but like as I was making this list, I was like bananas, 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 bananas. I couldn't stop like repeating the word bananas in my head. I don't think bananas actually make me happy, but I just could not stop thinking about bananas as I was writing this list. And then I think the last one that I have on here is teaching people to believe in themselves. It's one thing I really liked doing when I was at my old job. A lot of people are like, I'm not creative. I don't know how to do that stuff. I don't have a creative bone in my body. I don't know how to think like that. I don't like, and it really was just people not believing in themselves in that area of their life. It's not like they didn't believe in themselves and they were like depressed or anything like that. It's just like they didn't believe in their ability to be creative. And just showing people that they can do things is something that I really like doing. It's kind of like a teacher type thing. Sometimes I wonder if I should have been a teacher, and then sometimes I'm like, oh God, I don't know if I could deal with like the best and the worst of kids all the time. There's some times where I just need to like sit and be by myself in my corner, and I don't think you really get much of an opportunity like that when you're a teacher. So that's my list. I probably have a lot more things, but that's just my, I guess, probably really long sounding list at this point. So what's yours? If you have been typing this up, or if you want to continue typing, go ahead and post it down below, because you'll have your own list to see what makes you happy. You'll be able to read other people's lists and maybe try something new on their list that you never even thought of before. You'll be able to listen to what I did. I want this video to be a resource for you, not just something where I got my video out for today, guys. I really want this to be something for you, so you can go ahead and use it. So that's all I got, guys. Thank you guys very much for listening to me ramble. I don't know if this video was a good idea, but you know what? No shame. Just gonna try it. Oh well. See how it goes. It's up to you guys to say whether or not it was a good idea. Go ahead and leave a like if you liked it, I guess. Give me some internet points. That's what I call them now. And that's kind of what they always have been. Some likes. Those are my internet points. And if you guys give it enough internet points, I'll know it was a good idea. So, thank you guys very much for watching. You guys are the best. I hope this helps you. And I'll see you guys in the next video that we do around here. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Meow. Man, that was a strong meow I had there.